Welcome, everybody. We were discussing some days ago about if we should do a meeting to announce the names before and not like the last times just giving out the names by an email. Otherwise, to do it here so that you can or have the chance maybe to ask some questions if you want to know something, and also giving us as the coaching team the chance to maybe, if necessary, explain one or the other question or you have. So as you know, we are preparing from Monday on for the next two AFCON matches against Benin. So first we are playing at the Ivory Coast, and then we are coming back to play here in Kigali. And it is also a preparation for the CHAN tournament. I already talked before, or most times, about this already. We never have got really informations from CAF. Now they sent a few days ago some information about that there should be the first round from 25th to 27th of October and 1st to 3rd of November. And then there should be a second round in December, before Christmas and after Christmas. We still don't know how our team is involved, if we have to play qualifiers, or when we exactly have to play, or against whom we have to play. But at least we know that our preparation now somehow has or will make sense, that we are inviting always at the beginning a bigger group, mostly of the players from our local league. And so that if we have to play now matches for CHAN, that we have a more or less prepared group of players that can start these matches too. Yes, I think these are the information at the moment I have for you as a short introduction. I think we go to the second phase now to give the names. The names are now given before the last weekend of the league. You know, there's still match days today, tomorrow, and the day after tomorrow. So I hope, hopefully nothing is happening to the players here in the league and also the players that are playing abroad, so that we don't have to change. But okay, if something should happen, we are still able to react on this. Okay, so then I think we are starting with the presentation of the names. First, we start with the goalkeepers. I'm not reading the names now. I think you can do it by yourself. So we will start with more or less 5 goalkeepers, but as always, some goalkeepers are coming later, and then we will think about if we release 1 or 2 of the goalkeepers, depending then to the number that we have in the training, so that the group is not getting too big and that the training will be efficient for every player who is with us on the field. It doesn't make sense that then players are sitting outside and have to watch, because they are not able to join at least then the training match, and the exercises might not be a problem. But if we are playing, then it might always be a problem to have more than sufficient players on the field. If you have any questions, I would say we do it like that. We keep the group, and then we talk about this group before we name all the players, and then you come back to different positions. So if you have a question to the goalkeepers, then the floor is open for you.
Why now not Maxime Williams there?
Why not Maxime? Okay, I was in close contact with Maxime. Maxime has a problem that he has no club at the moment in Belgium. So he is still looking for a club, what means that he is also not in a regular training process at the moment. He was telling me that he has a short-term assignment in some, I think, third division club in Belgium because the goalkeeper got injured or anything. So until this goalkeeper is coming back. And in a third division, the FIFA rule is not counting. This means we cannot take him if we want. But also for him, I think it's a better situation now at the moment that he is doing some training or some matches, which is helping him. Then I hope he will find a new club until the next FIFA window, and the situation will change for him in a positive way.
What about Mwiherero? Olivier?
Mwiherero play for the Belgium, Saudi Arabia.
Now you want to talk about everybody in the world who is has a Rwandan passport or what? Okay, stop. Saudi Arabia is not belonging to Africa. So this means he is not allowed to play for CHAN. So in this situation, I always normally stay for talented young coaches in our league. For the other matches, for the international matches, we are using the space for Fiacre and somebody else. Now we have someone I would like to see, who is also in a sufficient age for the future, and that's why I was taking this decision. Okay. Any more questions? Good. Then I would say we go to the next group. So we have the defenders. Do you have any questions about them? Just have a look. Any question? Yes? Good afternoon.
My question was, you already mentioned you gave the requirements to move from Cyprus to Rwanda. You got the passports for the requirement to
Yeah. So unfortunately, Emmanuel is still an open case. I know that our federation is working hard to get the papers for him. He has a club in Cyprus, but it's in Europe. It's always very difficult to get working papers. And at the moment, I think that's what I know is that he has a situation. If he would leave the country, he cannot go back immediately. So, but through the embassies and everything, our federation is working hard to get the situation cleared, hopefully in a positive way, until the start of the FIFA window. No more questions to this group?
What Jai now
About?
what Jai Abdul, what the
Abdul, yeah. Abdul is always somehow a sad situation for me. It's also the situation now with Isaac. They are playing outside of Africa, and so they are now not able to play for Chan. And as I said, at the moment there is no reason for me to change something in the starting positions, and then also the situation now with now just go to two of the players that are playing with APR, so with Clement and Yunus. They are playing at international level with AFC, or they have played. They have done or shown that they are capable and able to step in if something should happen, because they did good matches against strong opponent players now. So it's always like that. If I take someone in, I more or less have to take someone out, because I cannot invite 50 players. I also have to think about the positions. Yeah, unfortunately, or lucky for them, they got the opportunity to play in Europe or outside of Africa, if you want to say it like that. And but this has consequences in different situations, and that's why our decision is going like that. Yeah.
There's a new face in our national team called Yitegura. He's playing this. What do you think is he going to bring to the team?
He's talking about this other player
He's a
the
new
center
player in our
back.
national team.
The one we're talking about, who is in Mwiherero we introduced last time. Because of the numbers, we want to have a good number of center backs. So he's a young player coming up.
You mean the guy from the United States?
No.
Who?
The local guy. It's called Mwiherero. The local guy.
Which one?
The center back. Hero. 15.
Number 15. Okay, what is your question about him?
I knew he was the first scorer for him, but the information that I had, they are telling me my fellow youngsters it's not the first step, but what my question is, what is he going to bring to the team as a new center back in your scorer now?
You see, the situation is like that, and the situation is becoming even worse. My colleague is always talking about I'm getting some bombs to explode. Before the last camp, I was talking about that I'm very unhappy about the decisions of the federation about the foreign players allowed in the league, and so it is always difficult for me now even to see some of our players play. This is one reason. The other situation is if I think someone could help for the future, the next step is I'm inviting him to this camp, and he is getting a chance, or we are getting also a chance to see him and to judge him with the other players on the position. It's not as easy that you say, okay, he is doing this in his club and he will do the same in our team. That's why I always try also to get some new faces in that give us or they may deserve it because they have shown good performance in the clubs, but it's also helping us to see what is around these people we are more or less planning for the next matches.
Coach,
Yes.
there is a guy who plays in the United States of America.
Yeah.
He may come at the last quarter, but he didn't come because due to that his wife was about to give birth.
Yeah.
What about this time?
Yeah. I also talked to him. So it's always, sometimes you have a chance and then the window is closing again. So it's also a situation. Unfortunately, I cannot go there and watch matches of him. I cannot go there and watch training sessions of him. So all I know is maybe from some videos I get or from some informations from other players or from other persons, and then we have to make a decision to invite this guy, what then again is taking a seat maybe for some other guys, and we might be disappointed. So last time there was the opportunity for us to invite him because it would have fit. Now, as I said, we have the situation that between last time and this time there was the opportunity, especially for me, to see our more or less second guard, as I just talked about, Yunus and Clement, how they were performing on international level against good players. So this now made me thinking, is it now necessary to bring someone from United States, I only know from some videos in, or to trust my players here? And I was also thinking, what is the signal? You also have to think about these players. They are working hard. They are working hard in the clubs. They are working hard when they are with me, and they are with me now in every camp. And they know it's difficult until something happened with the first guard to get a chance to play. But they are performing in our camps, and now I'm bringing a new face in who nobody knows, and I also think it would not have been fair to them, because they are at the moment proving that they are ready, if something happens, to get in. So I also didn't want to send the wrong signal to the players that are working with me and going through difficult times to them. So, and I also told this guy, maybe the window is open next time again, and then I will invite him. So he is already in our focus, but as I said, for us it's not easy to make decisions like that, and you just see him on a video and you don't see him really playing football. You don't see him a whole match. If you see videos, every agent is only sending the best situations, and they never send you the bad situations. So, as I said, it's a difficult procedure. Anything? That's it?
Let's continue.
Okay.
ushobora gusanga mwarimu uzi wenda nk'amazina abiri ugasanga ni atanu
Okay. Anything you can ask? Yes?
Yes, coach. Thank you. In the midfield, we see Ngabonziza Pacific of Polisi, and according to the last goal, we don't see Niyonzima Olivier from Rayon Sport. Can you explain for us that what do you need in Pacific that is missing, and what Olivier has missed this time?
Who is missing?
He's talking about Safe and Pacific, the one from Korea.
Okay. Okay, when we are talking about our local players, I fortunately have the chance to see them playing. And it is also the situation, if I think this doesn't mean that he is giving a bad performance, but if I think the situation might be right to try somebody else, I have again the situation I have to take someone out. And it's more or less when your question is coming then to Muhaji. Saif is also a player, he is an experienced player, he is a player who is getting older now, and I know about what he is able to do, and I know the situation of what I see at the field at the moment. And therefore I think, okay, maybe I give the chance to somebody else to see him now again or in the training to compare what is the situation. This doesn't mean that that the window is closed for him, for Saif in the future. It's just I'm using these camps to try new players, to give them a chance to show up, and then out of what I'm experienced or we are experienced, we will discuss afterwards, and when we have to invite new, then the process is starting more or less new. So there are players, they are more or less fixed. Then there are players, they are at the second guard, and then there are players at the moment where we will try and see how they are performing at the moment, and maybe younger players also giving a chance, so that the ball is rolling. And okay, for the moment it is safe, and we try to give some other players the chance. And I'm coming back to the situation we talked before. It's even difficult for us now because there are players, and there are also difference in the clubs. There are better clubs and there are weaker clubs. And then in the better clubs, there are players, they are maybe not playing from the beginning, or they are coming in from the bench. And there are weaker clubs, there are players playing. Maybe they wouldn't get also not a chance to play in the bigger club. But this is the situation I was talking before the last camp. This rule, for me, totally not understandable. And for sure you and the league, and sooner or later me as the national coaches, will feel the consequences out of that, because this is destroying what I said, the development of your football in the country. And if the development is destroyed, then sooner or later the performance of your national team will go down. Because if you build your house on sand, sooner or later it will collapse. And at the moment you are getting a lot of sand there to slow down your development. Okay, anything?
What about Raphael York?
Raphael York, I saw, and he was coming at that time, and let's say he was hiding an injury because his reasons, for some people it might be understandable. For me it is absolutely against the team spirit. If I say I'm fit and I'm not fit, and I do this in an official match where I had to take him out after a few minutes because of this injury. We are not talking about friendly matches or amateur matches or youth matches. We are now talking about national team matches, and if someone is coming in and is disappointing me in a way like that, then it will have consequences, and this is the consequence.
It means that he's finished until when?
Because later on he played 3 games consecutive in his club after getting an injury.
He's fit now.
Yeah, then sooner or later I have to decide how long I will live with it, or the federation will decide. Yeah, when I'm no longer coach, the new coach can do what he wants. That's it. Anything else? No? Well, go back. Go back. Okay, go on. Yes. It depends now. If you put the center midfielders to the strikers, then the number becomes big. Okay.
What does new players like Uli Johan Balvin from Gwendolyn Sport and Salim Abdallah from Stanley? The reason that attracts you about them is number 29 and number 41.
Okay, this number 29 is a player we are in contact for a very long time. He is one of these players from abroad, playing or played in a high league, so in the first league of Swiss, who unfortunately had a serious injury. But he came back now. He is training and he's playing again, and that's why I said, okay, we will see how the situation is about him. There are a lot of names flying through the social media where there are routes to Rwanda, and we are in contact and from these guys we said, yes, we are interested, but maybe in a team. And until they are sure, they are not getting a chance to play for another national team, they then might say, okay, now I'm ready to play for Rwanda. And this guy from Swiss, from the first moment our federation was asking him, was saying, yes, I come. And that's, I think it's something very honorable. And okay, now he is back on the field, he's doing his first matches, at the moment at the second team, but we were in contact with his medical department, and they say, yes, he can come, he can play. And I'm using now, or we are using now, to see him, how he is playing, his performance. This doesn't mean that he might now get immediately a chance to play in one of these matches, but it is helping us to have an idea for the future. Is this someone, if he is 100% fit again, who will help us for the future? So we will see how fit he is, and then we can make our decision. But at least I think it's a good idea to invite him. What is the other number you were asking of? 31. Salim Abdullah is. Let's which one?
The number 3.
This one?
Yeah.
Attacking midfielder is a position where I'm always looking. Because we have Kevin, we have someone from outside, Sam, but then there is Muhaji, but then there is not really something. And this is a guy who is showing that he might be someone, and for that I think it is always important that these guys get contact to the team and we get contact to them on the field to see also how are they picking up things. You know, I'm always talking about development, and I said that's why I was coming here, this is my idea. And some players, all these players are more or less talented players. And there's a difference. Some take longer until they can put things and ideas from our perspective to the team or to the field. Others are quicker in learning and doing. That's why also some players more or less have disappeared that have been in the first 2 camps with me, and I saw they are taking always too long until they are getting things on the field. So, and with the national team, you don't have much time. It's different than a club. You have only a few training sessions. And if some players take too long until they understand what they have to do, I'm going on and looking for maybe another perspective. So this is one I just want to see. I think he is showing something, and then we will see what is happening. Anybody else?
Any updates on Hakim Salah?
Hakim. Hakim is more or less going to the category of York. He is a guy who is giving me a lot of problems in the camps he was with us. because of his how he is handling situations. I talked with him. Probably I haven't talked to a player as much as with him. Starting from the first camp, I talked with him. My assistant coaches were talking with him. I talked with him with the captain on his side. I put him even to the room with the captain so that they can chat and discuss situations. But unfortunately, he has not changed. And I hope you have seen our last match against Nigeria. We are not making results because we have world-class players on different positions. We are making our results because of the teamwork and the team spirit. And if there are players who are disturbing this, I cut them out. And I told him not only once, and I also texted him everything that what I am expecting from him, what he should do in the training session. Then there was the next situation that he was getting injured, and now he is not getting back to the team. He is also not playing in his team. I don't know if it's true, but I heard rumors that there might be also problems with the coach in his team, where I'm not wondering about, because that's the only way I learned or I learned about his personality. So I hope for everybody, especially for him, because I worked with a lot of talented players like him, who started out of any reason to behave and to act in the wrong way, that he's getting on the wrong track, because then his career will go on, and then he is also a player who can help us again. At the moment, I don't see the situation for me to get him back. And also, it wouldn't make sense, because also my assistant coaches say, stay calm, don't say anything. So if I would say, oh, he's a very nice guy, unfortunately, I'm not inviting. I hope some of these informations are getting out and making him change. Because, as I said, he's a talented player, somehow gifted.
But still, he's young.
Yeah, okay. Still, now he is not in for the second time. The first time he was injured, now he is not playing. Give me any reasons I should put him in. Only that you have something to write and discuss. Why is he not playing from the beginning? And these information from you that even are giving him a push that he should play from the start, and you don't see him on the field, you don't see him beside the field, but you think you should decide that he should start. And this is giving him some pushes, what is giving him the wrong idea, unfortunately. I'm telling you, I'm not happy about that. I'm not happy about that. But I see it as the only chance to change him in a positive way. And as you said, he's young. So he's young, and this means also for him the door is not closed. The door is not closed. Okay. Anything?
About Ishmael and Zed. So they are signed to Tunisia and so how is his level now?
I think Jimmy can tell you a little bit. We are looking what is going on. We are talking to people. Also, Jimmy has contact with him on the phone, and maybe you give some information about him.
I think for Anisetti, having seen him play here, and as the coach said, I was in contact with him. He gave me his perception. He's been training, and he's played a couple of friendly games. He's feeling good, and for me, as we talked with the coach, it's not easy to play in Tunisia. You play in Tunisia when you're good. It's not easy to sign in Tunisia. With his qualities, I believe the coach wanted to have a look at him. He's a promising player. Like he said, in these positions, if you see his creativity, he's a player who is creative, who can do specific things. So the coach was intrigued with it, and he wanted to have a look at him. We talked to him, and he told us he's feeling good. So
that's it? Yeah, there.
Thank you, Coach. Recently, a few months ago, the rumor said that you want to have a right now. You saw him in training. Tell us, how is that deal?
Elia.
Yes.
And he's playing like 1 week in the camp.
Yeah. So at that time, the situation was still unclear about him and the FIFA regulations. Unfortunately, the FIFA regulations and the time he stepped in were already acting so that he is falling under these new rules. And these new rules don't make it possible for him to play for us. I said the only chance is that he is marrying a Rwandan girl, but you cannot force someone to marry. So unfortunately the rules are like that, and I said it's not easy to get a player just because you think he's a good player. He has to fulfill certain criteria, and unfortunately he has to play now, I think, another 3 years in this league. So there's a rule that if he has played 5 years in this league, he might have the chance that the next step can go on. But so at the moment the rules are like that, and unfortunately I think he would really help us. It's not possible, and therefore sure I can't, or I will not invite him again. Again?
I'm saying, I was just saying in Rwanda Premier League.
Yeah.
Is there any improvement for him from certain policies?
Okay, you see, this is always difficult for me. He has changed the club, and it now depends on what this coach is telling him to do. I don't know what he is telling him to do, and I don't know what the other players should do around him, so I cannot judge the situation. I see he has for sure some very good moments in the matches he is doing. I still believe that he is a very good player, but I don't judge him. This is the situation of his coach now, what to do. Okay, that's it. Then we can close. Thank you. Yes? Huh?
Lagi from Sweden.
Lagwe. Lague is a nice guy. Lague, unfortunately, is one of these guys who are always taking very long until he can reproduce or do the things I want him to do on the field. If I put him in the club, it would be different. And I'm coming back to the situation with the national team. You only have a few training sessions, especially if you are coming from abroad. So he will come for the FIFA window. And then there is maybe 2 training sessions or 3 training sessions. Then is the first match. Then you have to travel. Then there is 1 more training session. So, and in these sessions, they are not enough for him to get the things as we want it. I tried it, I think in 2 or 3 camps, and it didn't work. So sooner or later I have to say, maybe I'm not able to explain it in the right way, but the situation is as it is. And then I said, okay, for the moment, then I will try some other players.
Coach.
Yes.
I have 2 questions. One is for playing time. You say that after weekend games, you start the camp.
Yeah.
Why 2 weeks before the game you decide to start the camp? Is it Coach Trosten don't like or don't accept the level of the league? Why do you like always starting the camps 2 weeks before? Second question, are you still decide to leave national team at the end of your contract? Some sport analysts say that it's the way to ask a new contract. Is it true? Thank you.
Now, for the first question, it's never 2 weeks. It's 1 week and then some days. And as I said in the beginning, these camps are for 2 or 3 situations. It's for these international matches that are coming up, and it is for the CHAN or for SECAFA, what is now also coming up. So in one way, I'm preparing the team that is starting these matches now, where slowly and sometimes very late players from abroad are coming in. Some are already coming a little bit earlier. That's why I also then are releasing players out of this group. So the idea is that I don't know if I have a chance now when these matches are at the end of October, that I can cut the league for 1 week again, because there is no long time planning with CAFA. So maybe I only have 2 days or 3 days, and then we have to go and play a match. So because we have now these week trainings before the FIFA windows, I am training already the team for SECAFA, because all these players, and now we are talking about Clement and Yunus and all the others, I am trying also, are then the guys who will play the CHAN tournament. And for that, we have made this long-term planning. I was doing this already last year. For this year, that we always have 1 week before a FIFA window that we can prepare both. The local players, or most of the local players for CHAN, and who is playing with, for the international match of FIFA, and for the FIFA matches or AFCON matches, where we cannot or we are allowed to use the players from outside. For the second question, as I said, my boots are done. And I have not get a contract offer from the federation until now. And probably it's also because of you. Sure, because you are not looking how is the team playing, you are looking for the results. So if I'm losing now next match and they would have given me a contract now, you would say, how can you give this coach who is losing a contract? So in the other way, for me, it's also a situation. So the situation is quite tricky for the federation. I have the feeling the federation still is not confident or trusting me to be the right coach. So now, if I don't hear anything, I'm thinking of retiring or of doing something else. So let's say if you are talking from business, the situation is becoming more expensive. You understand? Because now the risk is with me. Or I'm looking for something else, or I'm really retiring, what I really was thinking about. Or I'm still thinking. Only if the situation is good, maybe I will rethink. At the moment, it's unsatisfying for me. It is difficult for the federation because of you. So the only good thing is we will win, then you don't criticize me because you have no reason. But in the end, it's not helping anybody. Yes?
Coach, as you mentioned, if you are going to play the Benin rounds of the CHAN qualifiers, 22nd, 29th.
Yeah, 27 and 20.
25. Normally, as my colleague said, you call the national team 2 weeks before, and there is a league game on 19 October. If you are about to play on 22nd, 25, does it mean that you will start your preparation that week, or to be earlier, does the league have to be?
You see, that's the problem with CAF. You cannot plan. You cannot plan. And I know it is already difficult for the league now always having this week before the FIFA window. But this they know from last year of December. So they can plan accordingly. I don't know, that's what I just said. I don't know if it is now possible, if now CHAN says, yoo-hoo, now we start our CHAN tournament, that the federation and the league can react so quickly. So that's where I just said I'm very happy that we have done these weeks always now before our FIFA camps, that we have more or less a more or less prepared team which can play. Sure, I will try to get some days. Now we have to find out if it is possible. But we still don't know when exactly are we playing. We don't know, are we playing abroad or do we have to play at all? So nothing is out, just some dates now. And for that I'm really criticizing this CAF because they are doing a bad job. I don't know if there are good reasons why they can't do it better, but for us, and for us then means also for the teams in the league, they're making work very difficult. Yes?
Sir, we have in two vital games this AFCON qualifiers between we and Benin. It's a big game for we Rwandans, but over the past 20 years, we're going to be AFCON. So I think if you get a chance to get 6 points over these two games, there is a big chance that Rwanda can go to the AFCON. As a coach, as a head coach of Amavubi, how we going to approach these two games? Because we Rwandans, we see them as a chance to go to the AFCON. So as a coach, how we going to approach this game? Because Benin is not playing in their own country, they are in Ivory Coast, as we know last night. And Benin, you also know the coach, like how we going to approach this game? Because there are two games which are vital to we and Benin for the AFCON qualifier.
Yeah, I also see it like that. I think Nigeria will go through. So there is no doubt about that for me. This means now it's going for the second seed. And between the second seed, okay, I don't want to say that Libya is out of this race, but I also see that it is probably between Benin and us. Yeah, so, and my colleague and friend of Benin, Gernot Rohr, we have talked before the match against Nigeria. We have stopped talking at the moment. But I think for both of us, the situation is quite clear. He knows about us, and we know about them. That's a good thing, because we have already played against each other. And okay, my hope is that our team has still the possibility to develop. And I hope you see and you saw that from match to match we have played, it was getting better. And I also told you the first match is always the more difficult one. But now the time between the Nigeria match and the next match is quite short. So this means I also have the hope that my players, when they are coming back now, still have most of the things we have done and we have talked about in their mind, so it's a continuity now without a long break, which gives me the hope that we are even getting better. And I don't know how the situation will be with the Benin team, but I hope we have more potential. I think Benin, with the strong players inside, they are already a strong side. And okay, last time we lost closely by a corner kick. I hope we can do it better now in the match in Benin, especially when we are having our home match. I'm not expecting 6 points. I'm hoping for 6 points, and we will work hard. And as I said, after the match against Nigeria, these matches are making us stronger because it is giving confidence to the players. They saw if they are working in the way we are talking about, that the result will come. And I just was watching the first half of the Nigerian game because also to give some information again to the players. We could have scored, we really could have scored at the beginning. We should have scored by the header of Bonheur after, I think, 10 minutes. And then just think, if you are leading against Nigeria here with 1-0, then maybe everything, even a win, would have been possible. So, okay. If that's it.
There's another question. The first game will be played on 11th of October.
Yeah.
The next leg will be played on 15th of October in the
Yeah.
Amavubi Stadium.
Yeah.
You only have 4 days for the game.
Yeah.
Did you ask your bosses about the flights and whatever so that your players cannot get kind of the flights in Africa?
Okay, we. Yeah, unfortunately, our situation is different than Nigeria. So we will fly the normal way, difficult way. And okay, if Benin can do it by a private jet, maybe I would ask them if they take us with them, but they will not. So then it is for sure a huge advantage for Benin. But okay, I'm also always telling my players, you have to fight to earn situations like that. Because it costs a lot of money to have a private jet. So we are still not in this situation that we can get a private jet, so we have to do it the ordinary way. You see, if the situation is the same for Benin, then why should I complain? They also have then the same problems, and then I think for them it is more difficult because they have to play at our place. If they can use a private jet, then we are losing this advantage because we have to do it the hard way. That's I am not raising this issue because it's not a topic at the moment. It's not a topic. And okay, I don't want to hear or read what you are writing if we get a private jet and we are losing. So then it will. The German coach is getting crazy, asking for a private jet, and is losing. Okay, I think it's good enough now. Thank you very much for coming, and yeah, have a good trip home.
Uma coisa, a outra tira